to Vinyl to Your Ears. I am Gary Procision. In the next 10 episodes, I'm going to cover Canadian rock bands that truly deserve to have been bigger and better. For whatever reasons, they just did not get the break. But that doesn't mean they didn't put out killer songs on killer LPs. So, we're going to discuss that. We're going to hear some history, hear some background, joke around a bit, hear from Blue here, and stay tuned. Alright, episode 1, Vinyl to Your Ears. We're going to talk about a band from Toronto, a power trio called Santers. And not a lot of people know of them. A lot of people were huge fans, but a band that just really never got the break they deserved. And unlike their counterparts in Toronto, Rush, who made it huge globally, these guys just never got the break. And there are some reasons behind that. So we're going to talk about the band for a little bit today and then spin some tracks later so you can get an idea in case you've never heard from them, or if you haven't heard from them for a while. Dig out some tracks. Absolutely killer. And we actually have Rick Santers on guitar and vocals. He was actually making a dent in the Toronto scene, session player. He actually even helped out Lee Aaron in her beginnings, and he started to make a name for himself, and him and his brother Mark on drums teamed up with a bass player, Rick Lazaroff, who was actually hugely influenced by jazz and a phenomenal bass player, and he helped round out their sound from just another trio to a huge power trio. And they came out with 4 albums. Starting out 79 with Shot Down in Flames, which is actually a tribute to the passing of Bon Scott. From there, we had Racing Time. From there, we actually had Guitar Alley. And then, toward the end of their career, we had an album that didn't quite get released till actually way later in their careers, after they had broken up. Top Secrecy. So like I said, Rick, great guitar player, great vocalist, and they were kind of a melodic rock band, a little bit ahead of their time, and Rick Santers' voice was well suited to radio, and once they started adding some keyboards and the 80s started progressing, they really had some hit potential. And but with the influence from bands like Dokken and a little bit of Pat Travers, I'd say they were a melodic rock band, but with a sucker punch kick to the nutsack. They could really rock it sometimes. As their career took off, they actually were opening up for bands like Ozzy, Scorpions. They were really making a name for themselves. And unfortunately, in '86, Rick Santers got an offer to join Triumph, and caused a bit of the stir with the other guys, and they ended up splitting up, and that never worked out either with Triumph, so Rick Santers went solo. But we're going to go for some tracks right away, and one of my favorites for sure would be off the Racing Time album, and I'm going to spin the title track. Check it out. Hear the Dokken there. Quick spin with the needle on a few of the tracks that I think just are killer. So quick snippets on vinyl. Can you hear that bottom end, kiddos? That's from big speakers and a vinyl needle. Cheers. band. These guys should have been famous. They had substance. They had an image, but they just weren't a bunch of posers like a lot of bands from LA. They had it all. They had a great live show, and they had talent. They had great writing. They had backing behind them. Should have been famous. In the meantime, crank up the tunes. Crank it up.